Hey, welcome again. Meet my YouTube channel, and you know how we do it here. Awesome conversations all about helping online entrepreneurs to be free. If you're just joining me, amazing. Thank you for finding my channel. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, but you're always in the loop anytime I drop a new video. So if you didn't catch my video last week, you can find it on the link above. And I promised you that we are going to help you figure out the unique expertise that will have people begging to pay you money and you do not even realize it. So the title of this video is How to Start Your Online Business Today, even if you are broke. So the reason a lot of you are here watching this channel is because you're in this situation. There's just too much information. It's actually a sea and you have no idea what to do. There is a magician everywhere promising you some magic sauce that will instantly come and translate and transform your online business. And as a result, you'll have dollars falling down from the sky into your bank account. Now, there's only one problem with that thought process. We always think that we have to learn. We have to do a course or buy a course. We have to hire a guru and go for some coaching. Learn what they are teaching us, and then as a result, we shall finally be ready to have something to sell. And that is a problem right there, because when you couple that kind of thinking with the sea of information that is out there, what happens is that all that will happen to you is that you will become paralyzed, you will have analysis paralysis, and you will not be able to make any move or take any action. And you'll end up at the very same spot a month, a year, 10 years from now, not having moved an inch. So today, I want to turn that entire thinking on its head. And we are going to help you start an online business with what you already have. No need for courses, no need for gurus, no need for any of those shiny objects. You already have it inside of you, and I'm going to prove it to you. So about 6 months ago, a friend of mine had a stroke, unfortunately. And he spent quite a number of months in hospital, and he's an entrepreneur. And as you know, since you're all here, that an occurrence like that would most likely kill our business, because a lot of us are yet to get to the point where we have put the systems in place where our business will survive without us. So he had this stroke, and he spent all this time in hospital. But the good thing is that doctors worked hard, and God was listening, and he slowly started recovering. So as we speak right now, he's doing well. He's not at 100%, and he's slowly easing his way back to work. So last week we caught up, and I was asking him how the hell he managed to keep his business running even while he was ill, because his business has kept running. His revenue levels are good. In fact, they're actually better than they were before his illness. So he started telling me what he's been doing and the actions he was supposed to take because of his illness. And I found myself just taking notes and notes and notes and notes, because what he told me was so amazing, and there were simple things that actually every entrepreneur really needs to be implementing without having to wait for an incident like a stroke to actually propel you to action. So I told him, you know what, I think this is something that is an opportunity, and I think a lot of people out there, the same way I'm taking notes, I'm sure a lot of people would love to know exactly what you've done. And of course, he didn't believe me. So I went ahead and did a post on my Facebook profile yesterday and asked the question, and tons of people raised their hands and said, yes, we'd also love to work 2 days a week. I told him, you see, there's your evidence right there. Which brings me to today's topic, right? We all have an expertise. We just don't know what it is. So today, in part 1 of this video, I'm going to help you uncover what is it that you can start selling today. So step number 1, I want you to think back to the last 60 days. If 60 days is too much, then let's do 30 days. And in that period, I want you to try and remember all the people who have come to you with either a situation or a challenge, or they wanted some kind of advice and they came to you. So I want you to write all those people down. Write their names if possible. Step number 2, I want you to be really, really, really detailed about when they came to you, what was it that they actually voiced as the challenge they were having, right? Is it I am in financial problems, or is my wife about to leave me, or my son is about to commit suicide. Like, I want you to get really, really clear about what did they say, because that is the whole thing about a business is all about solving a problem. So our goal here is to figure out what problem have you been solving without knowing. So that is step 2. Step 3, I want you to write down step by step, because you've been giving people this advice probably way longer than the last 60 days. I want you to write down exactly what advice you broke down for this person. What should they do first, and second, and third, and fourth, whatever number of instructions you give them. I want you to write them down. I want you to think back to what results have those people achieved as a result of your advice. What impact did your advice have on them? Because then you will start getting clearer in your head about the transformation that you actually help these people to achieve. Once you have done that, if possible, I want you to go back to these people, which is the next step, and find out what was it that made them come to you. Because I'm sure there's no shortage of options out there of people with good advice, but they came to you for a reason. You just don't know what it is. So if you can figure out why they came to you, even better. When you have all this information together, guess what, guys? You actually have something tangible, a service that you can actually start selling, right? But I'm not yet done. So what you'll have in front of you is 2 things. Actually 3 things. Number 1, you will have a system. Like, you know step by step exactly how you help people to achieve certain outcomes. Number 2, you will have the transformation that you help people achieve. Because people don't buy your system, people don't buy your product, people buy the transformation. So you will have clarity on the transformation because they have told you this is what has happened to me as a result. And finally, because you've looked at all these people and listed them down, you will begin to start seeing commonalities. Like, do these people, are they from a certain gender? Are they from a certain part of the world? Do they have certain things in common? And this will start giving you some kind of clarity about the audience you are attracting. So right there, you have the 3 key fundamentals that will help you, that you can start selling tomorrow. All right. After that, the thing is this is where the rubber meets the road. And this is where you're going to ask, but Mary Jill, what can I sell? How can I start selling? And we will get to that in the next video. But before I get to that, I want you to remember this. Every single time you have helped somebody without knowing, without being paid, you have actually been honing your expertise. You have becoming more and more of an expert, to the extent that you have become so good at it, it's actually impossible for you to imagine that, oh my God, I can get paid for it. Because it is effortless for you. You can't even imagine somebody to open their wallet and pay you for something that you can do in 5 minutes. But remember, those 5 minutes are going to make an enormous impact on that person's life. So that is the biggest barrier you're going to face, your own mindset challenges about payment. But I want you to try and get past that, because your next step is you are going to try and get your first client, paying client. Because when you get your first paying client, that will do amazing things for your confidence that, oh my God, I actually have something in front of me that I can actually sell. Your mindset is going to be the biggest barrier, and that is what is going to be the biggest thing that you must push back against. So remember, that is how you identify your expertise. And in part 2 of this video of how to start an online business even if you're broke is, how do you start getting your first paying client? And we shall get to that next week. So join me here, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and don't miss it.